How's everybody doing today? So, what's difficult about dealing with emotions when it comes to metaphysics or spiritual practices is that, remember, I was telling you, when you have an emotional reaction to something, especially when it's negative, that negative emotional reaction will basically instill the subconscious mind and your superconscious and your conscious mind to have a reaction in the same way for the rest of your life. Like past childhood traumas, when it's related to emotional reactions, like something that makes you sad or angry, will happen again in a very similar situations, and it'll bring about negative emotions and negative vibe to you. So if you got angry a lot as a child from your past childhood traumas and you carry that into your adult life, you're going to keep recycling the same scenarios over and over again. You're going to be stuck kind of in that reality. So when these emotions come up, I'm not saying being an emotionless robot. When these emotions come up, you have emotions, you are human. Just know that that's a natural state that humans have. But when they come up and they're negative, you have to learn to let them go. We all get angry, we all get sad and stuff, but those negative reactions, if you stay in that state, it's floating in the negative energy field for longer periods of time than in the positive. Life's balance, right? So if you're always in a depressed or sad or angry state, you're floating in the negative frequency all the time instead of having balance where you're coming up for air, diving underwater again, coming back up for air. You know, that sine wave like I was talking about before. Negative emotions will come up and then you'll have to let them go and don't hold on to it. That's why grudges and revengeful thinking could be so harmful, because you're holding on to it for long periods of time. Or even sadness. Let's say something sad happened in your life and it's just affecting you in a way where you can't let go of it. Your body will not heal until you let go, and it's designed that way, and that can be difficult sometimes, right? But after you let it go, you'll have a sense of relief and stress off your body, and then you'll be able to deal maybe with things in the future in a more patient way and in a more higher vibrational way. Because we're not going to be completely emotionless. Emotion is part of the spiritual being having a temporary human experience. You did this to have emotions. You did this to have pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness. You know, everything that you experience in this physical reality in this lifetime as a human for 80 some odd years, or however long you decided to live. That's all part of it. But continually staying in that emotion is not really the correct procedure per se. Let's say you have a standard operating procedure of your life, right? In the spirituality, the standard operating procedure says don't hold on to the negative emotion, let it go. And if you're holding on to the negative emotion, you're working outside the procedure, and it doesn't function very well with how this game of life is played. And you can say, hey, Brandon, you know, I can't help it. I can't let go. That person in my life passed away, and I'm sad and I can't recover because they were my life. They were my life. So I understand how you feel, but holding on to it in that way is going to, you know, the rest of your life is going to be pretty brutal. And, you know, you may do things that are even dangerous to yourself if you just can't let go. Just know that, you know, your souls are attached in the afterlife. So after we pass, you'll be reconnected with them and like somewhere down the road. And that's really hard to, like, you don't want that, right? You want them here and now, because you're thinking, well, you don't know what that realm is of pure energy after you stop existing in this physical realm, in this reality that we're in now. You're like, oh, what if I don't reconnect with them? Pretty sure, because the things we've learned about soul connections and all that other stuff, is that you will be reconnected with them. And in religion, they always say, oh, you'll meet them in heaven after you pass. And if heaven is like heaven, I believe that heaven is it's the energy realm that occurs that after you pass, and then you choose to come back to this, have another experience and come back to reality and be reborn in a different body or something like that. But in the Bible, they call it heaven, heaven or hell, actually. But their reincarnation is like, after your energy field leaves your body, it'll come back. But in the energy field, or when you come back, you're soul tied to these people, and you'll reconnect with them again somewhere down the line. So you don't really have to worry about that. And I'm trying to express this in a way that is not cold, but yet not really warm either, because I don't want to give disillusions. Like, if you lost somebody in this lifetime, it will be somewhat difficult for you to move on for a while, but that's just part of it. You can't be like, choose, oh, I get angry and I let go of that emotion, but I got sad because this person passed away and I can't let go of that emotion. You can't really pick and choose, because the negative emotions will affect you in some level in your body. And they say, Brandon, what about the positive emotions? Well, the positive emotions keep you in a higher vibration. So happiness, laughing, all that type of stuff, the feeling of love, it'll keep you in the higher vibration. Do you want to be in the low vibrational state, or do you want to be in the high? You can choose which vibrational state you're in based on what you do and what you practice. Most people would prefer to live in the higher vibration because it's more of a healing, happy, loving energy state. But you can choose to be in the negative too. That's your choice. But most of us probably prefer to be in the happier vibration. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I got myself a fancy smancy today instead of Circle K coffee. But anyways, you see, the fancy smancy coffee makes me in a higher vibration because it tastes better. Right? You're happy that you're drinking something that tastes good. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about really today was, you have to let go of the emotions. And I know it can be difficult sometimes, but it is practice. Have some patience. Have some patience with it, because when those emotions come up, especially when you're conditioned since a child to be doing that over and over again, it might take a while to let them go. But that, as always, I greatly appreciate you guys watching my videos, and have a nice day.